Hey guys, Hopeless Hallow here, coming at you with another video. I know it's been a long time, but today we're flipping the Tarrasque. So I was looking at the Tarrasque sheet, because as you do, it's the Tarrasque, most terrifying creature, challenge rating 30, besides Tiamat, of course. And I noticed its strength is only 10, which is max, but it doesn't have a saving throw boost for some reason, which it probably should have. So I got the stupid idea. What if we flipped it on its back? See, the wolf here, it can knock someone prone as long as they hit. And sure, you're probably saying they can't hit, +4 to hit, and they have 25, even if they roll 20. But a 20 is a crit. And with a crit, you automatically hit no matter what. So that just leaves a saving throw. DC 11. Its strength is 10. Uh-oh. That means if it rolls a 1, the lowest number possible, it still has a plus 10. 10 plus 1 is 11. Basic math. But then I remembered there's a stronger type of wolf, the dire wolf. Exact same thing, but it's got a +5 to hit, so we still need to crit because of the armor class. But it has a DC 13, meaning he can fail on a 1 or a 2. Well, that's a 10% chance. I like those odds. But it has legendary resistance, so it could just say no up to 3 times a day. Typically, you would just use a spellcaster, make it do a save or suck spell, and have it waste the legendary resistances first. But we're just doing this with pure wolves. So, how many wolves would we need to knock over the Tarrasque? Well, dire wolves, anyways. So, here I have this calculator, graphing calculator. It really helps. Desmos, it's great for all you students out there like me. All right, so I did the math. So, I started with a completely random number, and then I went over to the stat block to see how many it could reasonably kill in a turn. And, well, actually, it doesn't have any AoE attacks. It just makes 5 attacks. So it can only kill 5 a turn. I mean, it's gonna hit no matter what, and the damage is pretty much guaranteed to kill the wolf each time. But yeah, it can only kill 5 a turn. So I thought, oh wow, this is actually possible. So I started with a completely random number, and then I started doing the math, because for every 20 hits, which is why we divide by 20, that's how many are gonna be crits. Now, of course, then we have to go down to the 10% chance. So that means we need him to we need to make 10 crits. Because then he's bound to fail one of them, because he has a 1 in 10 chance of failing. But then, because we need to make him do it 4 times, because of legendary resistance, you just make that 40. But why do I have so many of these? Well, that's because there are multiple turns in a combat, Jimmy. And each one of these fractions represents how many wolves are left on the next turn. So there will be 90 wolves on the first turn, 85 wolves on the second, 80 on the third, yada yada yada. So then you calculate you add all these crits up in your handy dandy calculator, and if you start with 90 wolves, then you should with a bit of a safety net of let's see, about 20 wolves when you're done with this. You get up to 40 crits within, let's see, 25, 25, 25, about 11, 12 turns. Now, that's a long time, but what's the Tarrasque going to do? Run away? That means opportunity attacks. Opportunity attacks that could knock him prone. But anyways, what does this mean? Well, after doing all the calculations, I found with a decent safety net, so you don't just flop over and die, if you leave it all to the wolves, then you're going to need 90 of them. Now, if we look at the spell over here, Conjure Animals, the only spell I could really realistically find that could summon these dire wolves, it only summons 2, but in typical D&D lore, an average adventurer retires once reaching 9 or 10, maybe even 11th level, meaning they can cast a 5th level spell slot. So, what this means is if you upcast it, it doubles the amount. So that means 4 dire wolves per casting. So I divided that by 4, and that means we're going to need 23 adventurers. Of course, you could have lower level adventurers, you could have higher level ones for better spell slots and all that jazz, but that's going to be our set average. So now, what does all this mean? This means we need this many druids, summon this many wolves, just to flip over the Tarrasque. For comparison, 90 wolves is a medium encounter for 9 level 20 characters. But the same 9 level 20 characters can fight it at a hard difficulty. Let's let that sink in. Okay, but I've got another thing to hit you with. So if we go to the Druid spell sheet, and by the way, Rangers can cast this too, but they have a half spell casting table, so they need to wait quite a while. But if we take over, look over here at fifth level, fifth level spell, at ninth level you only can get one of the spell slot, but one level higher and you get two of them, meaning you can cut this number in half again. You only need 12. Ain't that neat? So all of this is just to flip over the Tarrasque, which doesn't even kill it. Honestly, if the dire wolves get 40 crits on it, that's on average 80 damage, which is a good chunk of, which is doesn't even phase the Tarrasque. But it's a start. And considering you're powerful enough to summon all those wolves, and all you're down is your 5th level spell slots, you can take them. That hard difficulty ain't looking so hard anymore. It looking like a medium encounter being up in here. But yeah, I don't know why I decided to make this video. I just thought it'd be funny to see how many wolves you need to flip over a Tarrasque. Have a nice day, everyone.